Hello and welcome to my X Factor commentary and recap of last night's episode. Why did I say January? Oh my god. November 14th, 2012. So, I know I've been missing in action this past week. I took a little break. I won't be covering The Voice this week. All I will say is I'm okay with who went home this week. It's not really that big of a shocker. But, yeah, so this week's X Factor theme was divas. So a lot of power ballads. Oh, joy. But, there was a lack of backup dancers, which I'm happy for. So, yeah, so anyways, this week is a double elimination. And I absolutely hate double eliminations because, on Idol, not that I'm trying to compare shows, even though I really am, on Idol, people who might have been in the bottom 2 or 3, the week after that, pick it up next week. And, in weeks to come. And, just eliminating so many people very quickly, it doesn't really allow anyone to grow. And, I like how Idol stretches it out. And it does it one by one each week. But, I understand why they have to do the double eliminations. They don't have that much time. They got to be done before around Christmas time, which is going to come up really, really soon. So, I understand. The fall schedule is different. It's a lot shorter season because it's during, the baseball World Series, and then they have the holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff. And, it just makes it harder on the TV shows that are on in the fall, which absolutely stinks. And, I bet Simon is dying to have X Factor on in the spring. But you know what? That's not going to happen because that's Idol's spot. And it will always be Idol's spot until the day that it's over. And I don't think that's coming up anytime soon. Anyways, first up we had Janelle Garcia singing Proud Mary. It was more of a rock version of the song, and I don't know, it was okay. The judges were all like, she's back! But honestly, I don't know, I still haven't seen her performance better than her first audition, and I think that's hurting her. I think she used to be the front runner, and now I'm not really too sure. Like, I think people are like, oh, I love Janelle, but, her performances are kind of stunk. So, yeah, it stinks, because I like Janelle. So, she could be at risk tonight. She went first, and that's the death spot, because, people, they tune in late, or they don't remember her by the time the show's over. So, being first really does hurt you. And it has proved that going first hurts you. At Idol, a lot of the times, if you go first, you're either in the bottom or you're going home. It's just kind of been how the statistics have gone. So a lot of times, when the producers are trying to just get rid of someone, they put them first. But I don't really think they're trying to get rid of her. So it's interesting that she went first. Interesting. So anyways, next is Tate Stevens singing From This Moment. He looked like a country star when he walked out with like the lights and everything. It kind of felt like I was watching the CMAs. But even though he looked the part, he didn't really sound the part this week. It was a little shaky in the vocals. But, I gave him a pass for it, though, because it was very heartfelt, and it was one of those performances that it didn't really need an amazing vocal. It just needed his emotions to shine through, and I think he really did do that. So it was a good performance. Good job, Tate. I think he's definitely a fan favorite, too. I love him. He follows me on Twitter, too, which is awesome. So anyways, after that is Diamond White singing Halo. I don't know, it was sung well, but I'm just starting to lose interest in Diamond. I don't know. I feel like she's just way too young. Like, I don't think she knows what she's doing sometimes. Like, she has the talent, but I think sometimes she just doesn't know how to use it. And I think that's just because of her age. I don't really know how much professional training or performance she has done. I'm going to assume that she hasn't really done any. I don't know. Maybe she's only done stuff in school. I have no idea if she has. Quote me wrong. But not that I want to compare her and Carly because they are the same age, but I know Carly has been on Broadway and has done professional type performances before. And I think that definitely shows when she performs. And I don't see any kind of professionalism in Diamond at all. I think she's just she's good, but I don't think she realizes how big this is. I think she's just kind of treating it like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all. But she sang it well, but I don't know. I didn't feel it. I felt like it was just, something that you go and watch at, a middle school talent show. And she probably would have been the star and probably would have won the talent show. But still, we're still at a middle school talent show right now. And, I don't know if I'm the only one that's feeling that. I know a lot of people love Diamond. I do like Diamond. I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying I think her lack of experience just hurts her, no matter how talented she is. So, after that, we had Beatrice Miller singing Time After Time. I liked it. It was a little boring. Actually, it was kind of boring. But, I love her voice, so I can't really hate it if I love her voice, even though it was boring. So, my only problem with it was the production. Like, do we really need to have that literal with the set? Like, yeah, she's singing Time After Time, but do we have to have an hourglass in the background? Come on now. That drove me a little nuts. But other than that, I enjoyed the performance. Next is Lyric 145 singing We Will Rock You / E.T. by Katy Perry. I don't know. I didn't like this. I don't know. It wasn't really a good song, I think, to be turned into a rap type song. I don't know. I don't know why they had to mash up the songs. I think they had to do a diva song, so they had to do Katy Perry. But is Katy Perry really a diva? Has she been around long enough to be called a diva? I don't know. But then Simon was like, well, Freddie Mercury was a diva, so then why didn't you just sing We Will Rock You and keep the E.T. part out? Because I think the We Will Rock You worked, but with E.T., I don't think it really worked. I don't know. And then them together, I don't think it worked. So, I don't know. It didn't work for me. I do love Lyric the Queen. I like the guys, too. The guys are growing on me. Before, I was kind of like, oh, I only like Lyric the Queen. But the two guys, they're pretty entertaining, too. The one with the dreadlocks, he's kind of more low-key, but the other one, he's very entertaining, and he really gets into it, and I enjoy it. So, yeah, they're catching up with her, which is good, because, she's amazing. So, it didn't work for me, but I still like them, and I still love Lyric the Queen. So after that was Aaron Ray singing Crazy for You. This was so boring. I wanted to fall asleep during this. Like, I had been up since 6 a.m. yesterday, and I was already tired, but this made me just want to turn off the TV and go to bed and fall asleep. It was just bad. Pitch was everywhere, and I didn't like it. Aaron should go home tonight. Next is Paige Thomas singing Last Dance. I surprisingly like this. I don't know. I think it fit all well. I like the outfit for once. Her outfits on the show so far have been... But I actually really liked that outfit. I thought it was pretty. It had the red sparkles. She had, like, her lips matching it. And I thought it was pretty, and I liked it. And, the dancers didn't really distract me that much because, I don't know, maybe because the song is called Last Dance. So, duh, of course there's going to be dancers. So, I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about this, and some of the judges were like, it was too overwhelming, and a lot of people were saying it was too crazy with the production and the dancers, but I think it worked with the song. I think the song needed the dancers, it needed the production, it needed the glam. So, I think it worked well. I think it did. Am I the only one that thinks that? I don't know. But, and Paige, she really got into it. She was a little out of breath at times, but hey, she was singing her heart out, and she was doing a good job, and it was a lot better than last week, and, this performance made me become bigger of a fan, because before I was kind of like, ugh, Rihanna wannabe. But now, I really felt Paige in this performance. I felt her. I don't know. I felt it. I liked it. Don't judge. So next is Fifth Harmony singing Hero. So when they said they were singing Hero, I was like, no. I don't know. I'm not a fan of this song. It's just so overplayed, and it's oversung, and it's just honestly a boring song. I love Mariah, but I don't like this song. It's just so boring. It makes me want to sleep. But even though it's a boring song, I really did like this performance. It could have been a snooze fest, but I was very intrigued. I liked my favorite part. My favorite part was kind of in the middle of the song. I think it was Camilla or Camila, I don't know how you say her name. I think this was when she was singing the lead. I think Allie Brooks, I think that's her name, was doing this really cool high part, and oh, it was freaking flawless. And then the other three girls were singing harmonies. I thought that was just really cool, and it was very pleasant on the ears. I enjoyed it. Great job, ladies. I loved it. And after that, we had Carly Rose Claire singing My Heart Will Go On. Wow. Just wow. You know, I'm at a loss of words. Like, I can't describe how amazing this was, you know. And normally, I don't really like when production goes the direct route of the song. Like with Beatrice, they had the hourglass with the time after time. But I liked the direct approach they did with this. You know, they had her wearing a dress that was very similar to the dress Rose wear. It was a very old kind of looking dress. And then they had, in the background, they had like images from like inside the boat and stuff. And, you know, maybe it's just because I love the movie, but I think that it added to the performance, and, you know, it made me want to put in my Titanic DVD and watch the movie again. But yes, Carly Rose, this was perfect, and there's no way in hell she's going anywhere anytime soon. So this performance, wow. I'm gonna go back and watch it again after I'm done with this, because wow. Whew, it was good. It was damn good. Oh, and a girl from The Voice, Sylvia Yacoum, sang this on Monday, and I thought Sylvia did a pretty good damn job, but Carly just ran circles around her. So good job, Carly. Damn, I can't believe she's 13. No, I was watching this with my mom, and she was like, "She's 16 years old," and I was like, "Mom, she's 13." She's like, "No, she's not. She's 16." I'm like, "No, Mom. She's 13. She's like, "That's not possible." I'm like, "Yeah, it is possible. It's Carly Rose. She's perfect." So I thought that was funny. So next is Vino Alon singing Let's Stay Together. I actually like this. Like, man, Vino is growing on me. I don't know. I couldn't stand him in the audition rounds. But his last two performances, I don't know, they're making me become a fan. I think the judges were a little harsh on him, though. They were like, it was boring, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't think so. He caught my attention. Oh, well, I liked it. Sorry, judges. I thought it was a good performance. So after that was Emblem 3 singing No One by Alicia Keys, which this is actually my favorite all-time Alicia song. I don't know. You know, I could listen to the song for hours. Maybe it's just because when the song came out, I was going through a hard time in my life, and I would just sit in my room and listen to this song for hours and just cry, and it helped, you know. And I just have a connection with this song. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, I was scared because I was like, no, they're going to ruin my favorite song. But, you know, they didn't. It was 10 times better than last week. And, you know, it was laid back. It was sweet and simple, and there was no craziness. The vocals were good. The harmonies were good. I wasn't blown away, but it was a really good performance, and I enjoyed it. You know, I have mixed feelings about Emblem 3. Because at times I'm like, oh, they're so douchey, they're douchebags, blah, they're skaterheads. I was going to say potheads. They're skater potheads. I mean, come on. They have to be potheads. If they're not, they live in California, they live on the beach, they're surfers. Of course they're potheads, come on. I don't have a problem. I mean, hey, if you want to smoke pot, that's fine with me. But, I'm just saying, you know, it just comes off as douchebag. And I think that this performance, they kind of showed a sweeter side to them. I don't know. I enjoyed it. So, lastly, we had Cece Fry. Ugh, I don't like saying it Fry. I like Frey. Why can't her name be Cece Frey? It was so much easier. There's an E. There should be a whatever. So anyways, Cece Fry singing All By Myself. Yeah. I love Cece, but yikes. I don't know. I'm starting to think she isn't that good as I thought. It kills and pains me to say, because I really do love her. I think she's gorgeous. Excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning. But anyways, this was a hot mess. there's a couple of moments where it was good, where she really just kind of belted it and kind of let it go. I was kind of like, yes, yes, yes. But then it was kind of shouty at the same time. So, I don't know. It stinks. I love Cece, but, I would love for her to stick around. Because, she's fun. She's a fun performer. She has a fun personality. And, the attitude, it makes good TV. And I think that's why I like her. I like good TV. I don't like boring people. Some people in the show right now, they have really amazing voices, but they're kind of boring. I'm not going to name any names. You could probably think already who I'm talking about. But they have phenomenal voices, but they're just, personality-wise, it's just like, And, she has the personality. I just wish she had the voice, too, because I love that personality. So, I would love for her to stick around, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I voted for her last night, so. And I think her fans, she does have a good fan base, I think. And, I think the fans probably did vote, but I don't know if it will be enough, because I don't think the general public got it. So, thank you all for watching. I'm going to try and not be MIA again. It's going to be hard because of the holidays and work is crazy. I've been getting a lot of morning shifts too, which, is good because it means I get to be home when X Factor's on. But it's bad because I'm so tired by the time I'm home. And I'm just like, I would love to get my commentaries out that night. Like, I used to be able to do it a lot when I was in school. And it's weird because when I was in school, in college, I would be waking up around 7 or 8ish every single day. And I was still able to do my commentary at night. But for some reason, I don't know. I mean, at work, I'm on my feet all day. In school, I got to at least sit down. So, maybe that's why I'm so tired, because I'm on my feet all day. But, yeah, I'm so exhausted after work, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm always like, okay, I'm going to do commentary tonight. I'm going to do it. And by the time the TV show's over, I'm like, I need sleep. So, hang in there, guys. I'm trying to hang in there. It's only going to get crazier with the holidays. So, see you all later. I would love to do the commentary earlier on and not have to wait till the next day. But sleep is good. Sleep is nice. And I love my sleep. So, okay. So, yeah. I think I'm done talking now. It's a long video. 18 minutes. Okay, so I'll wait till it hits 18. Boop.